So what we got time? So what we got three? It just is from far. You can see. So what we got? Nothing but to be. So what we got time? So what we got three? It's just having fun. You can see. So what we got? Something what to be. Everything else here can be. Like it is
into place. So double duelist here for Jigsaw on the defense. In the meantime, though, for Boom Esports, they're going to go for double initiator instead. Sova in the sky. And any thoughts, though, here, Astro? Because it feels like both sides are whipping out compositions that they are accustomed to.
There is a bit of difference when you have a Astra. The big issue with Astra now is she's really good at holding angles when you're aggressively pushing in. But I think teams have started to understand that Astra really does falter when you try to sniff out where the stars will be or where the point of contest will be here for Boom. And look at this, Dax. Immediately from the get-go, lots of mid-control to come out from GXR as of the moment. They've gone for the four-man push. They've left two, which is Ching and Emon, and they're going to try to go for the wraparound here. First contact will be on Blaze King, and we'll see if he can deal first. That's going to be the turret that will spot them out for the moment, but Ching, wide swinging. But yeah, that's going to be Blaze, able to take down one. The second to come after that. And this has gone to the wayside. That would have been a beautiful flank there from GXR, but it's all been all for naught. George is going to be dropping down, but two will be waiting in hell. And Boom, a clean enough round. Good start for both teams, but in the end, Boom finalize.
Yeah, cover their flags, cover their angles, and Boom Esports good to go. And Blaze with the first 2K there of the session. So Boom Esports proving their experience. And Asra, I do want to head back to predictions real quick. You said 2-0 for GXR. I said 2-0 for Boom Esports. And we're splitting that one up because I feel like, sure, as Filipino community members, Galaxy Racer, especially with given time, they can make these strats work, but Boom Esports, they've been established, and they're still using that establishment, right? They're still using that resume to a good degree, and we know how potent they can be on these two maps, especially later on GXR's map pick.
It is so potent for GXR here, but well, they are going to be playing on just that weaker pistol buy. Boom, on the other hand, just looking for a bit of map control as well on their end. I'm curious how, they're going to be able to utilize Astra's stars on the attacking side. I'm not really the biggest fan of the Astra.
Yeah,
they're going to be taking the sites, but could be something. Eeyore setting stuff up on Garage as he tries to control it with the flash. The rest of Boom, though, as the noise is being made on Garage, has sent a bit of forces to the A side. With 50 seconds, they need to start moving if they want to have that better time to rotate if need be. But it seems like they will go for A, and nobody from Jika will be defending.
Galaxy Racer letting that one go. They do want to go for a bit of retake here with just the pistols, especially when you have that Phoenix. Again, the debate, Sky versus Phoenix. One's an initiator, one's a duelist, but both of them have flashes that you can work with. A little bit for the team play for Boom Esports. GXR in the meantime expecting Yemen to just shine on bright, especially with a run back later on. But it does feel like GXR is just ceding control here for Boom Esports. Such a good position right now for the attack on A site, and GXR might as well stack your ass, right? Might as well work as a unit and go all together.
Mga plank no? Uy, sa buwa.
This unit might be torn to bits if they're not careful. There is some nano swarms as well as a turret that's gonna be there. And once again, all you gotta do is look to the left. But, well, they think they're right. Asterisk is gonna start to move across the corners here. There's gonna be the help now from his teammate, and the rest of GXR will be blown up to smithereens. As Boom get themselves another round. Only NC Slasher to go down, but that's still a pretty good round going into this bonus for Boom.
Yeah, 2-0 here for Boom. Pretty much the standard you get in Valorant, but at the same time, Galaxy Racer, they need to wake on up. We haven't seen the fight that we expect from them. We know that these guys can fly. We know that these guys can just whip out their stuff, whip out their play, and go beyond the cosmos. But when will those stars align? Boom Esports right now just aligning the shots, hitting every single one of them and getting those takedowns. Asterisk right now with 4 kills, Blaze with 3, but Georgie, he's went to the rifle and he's gonna get to their confidence abound. He will dash on away, but it does just smack into the wall instead. Call right now with the takedown as well. A double kill for him and a quick win for Galaxy Racer. Seems like they are just prepared for this matchup.
That would have been exceedingly risky. Georgie dropped down a Vandal. Yes, he got the 2 kills, but Carl was not really near for that quick enough refrag. Thankfully enough, as he did peek out, I don't think Boom was prepared for it as he was pushing in through sewers. But as you mentioned, seems like they're much more prepared here. They'll take the 2-round loss. That's a default thing. That's a standard thing to whatever situation you're in. But saving 4 weapons on their gun round really helps out their case, because now they're not really going to be struggling or gasping for creds to buy shields and their weapon. Georgie once more getting control in sewer here, but NC Slasher holding mark.
Yeah, scoreline like this, that's just Valorant. That's just how the pace of the game usually goes. Georgie, though, in the meantime, still back into the short angle, playing on the other side near the lobby now. He's just waiting for an opportunity to strike. Boom, though, they do have an inkling that GXR has tendencies to go there. NC Slasher waiting it out, and there's the contact and the conflict. NC Slasher catching out Carl, though, down below. Georgie with the refrag, but Eeyore now turning around to get that takedown. And Boom Esports, they've been very disciplined so far, watching out for their flanks, going for the kills. GXR cannot get more map control than this.
Well, they tried. That peek out from Carl, I think, was a big no-no, just because of the fact that he's just gonna be the Sova. Eeyore, of course, as we see, they're shut down again onto Emma. The timing could not have been more worse, and the Seeker is basically giving Boom Esports here a free map hack. They're gonna know where Johan and Ching are placed, and looky, Dax Asterisk lurking through A long, or rather A main, A link. And they don't know where he's gonna come from.
You're going for all the callouts, aren't you? Just smack that caps off as Asterisk smacks 2 people there. Boom Esports with another one, but it's just that point. GXR, they're trying to make the plays work by getting a bit more map control, but Boom Esports, they're denying it. And when that happens and GXR need to respond to the spike instead, it's Boom now ready with the flanks, Boom ready with all of the different angles, and from what we saw there, Asterisk just took advantage, Asterai.
Again, this is the issue with the map control on Haven. Sometimes you just have to give control or lessen the control onto a specific site so you can get a point control somewhere on the map itself. George is going to be charging right out, but that turret, as well as the indication from the paranoia, gives an inkling to Boom what the plan was by GXR. They full send almost everybody to the A site. There's not really going to be an aggressive push just yet. Oh, that recon dart, or recon from the Sova drone could be good, but it will just be all for naught because, yeah, the Killjoy ultimate forces somebody from GXR to come in. That's Georgie, but nobody can follow him through. So Nanoswarm stops everybody in their tracks.
Yeah, lockdown gonna be initiated. Here we go with the Cosmic Divide as well. And Eman right now on the high ground. Throw that curveball out. It seems like here for Galaxy Racer, it's all about the setup, playing the flash. Ching though with the takedown onto Blaze. Ching right now with the second one. Evan is there as well. It's 3 here for Galaxy Racer so far in the retake. Eeyore though with the takedown. Here comes Carl though on the board versus Flipshooter. And Eeyore, he's not done. He's trying to turn this Brown upside down. And with 3K there, he's getting the takedowns. Carl though gonna be beside that spike. But Eeyore will just be there to get the quad. And boom, Esports. You gotta be happy about that one, Eeyore, because it's boom now up by 3.
Told you, man. Eeyore, he can pull the reins in a little bit. Everybody's too aggressive from Boom, but he's already setting up the clutch anchor plays there perfectly, playing the 3 versus 1. Look at that. Just using everything up to a T. Vacation might have been a bit slow because they're looking at Eeyore's direction like they were expecting him to come out from short or something. And Eeyore using the flash to full extension, really catching GXR to good avail. Now, again, GXR on the weaker weapons.
You know, for a player named after such a sad character, it had to have put a smile on his face. What a play from Eeyore, truly. And you were mentioning it a while ago, just players that have been stalwarts of the Boom Esports roster, Eeyore especially, they're incredible at making those decisions, and you can see it there just like that. Proof in the pudding, like we like to say. Right now, GXR, they need to prove that they can contend here versus Boom Esports. They do have a single Spectre and a few Sheriffs and a Ghost, actually, in their arsenal right now. Thing is, they do have the Run It Back and the Hunter's Fury, but overall, it's not the best tools right now here for Galaxy Racer.
I miss Galaxy Racer using Odin's in Haven.
No,
I think Carl had money to buy that last round, right?
Maybe later on when they feel more confident, Carl Odin's son will make his epic return to this comic book. You love those references, don't you, After, right? But you know, right now we need the reference that GXR are in a pretty perilous state. Not only does Ching get dragged around by the gravity well, luckily he does have the TP, but Carl with a big one! He gets 2 there with the lineups, and see along is just crime alley truly on a map like this. Easy takedowns with the lineup. Here we go now with Evan trying to make a play and run it back there. Doesn't get much. NC Slasher shuts that down, and he does get a takedown along the way. Aster's on the board as well, but Carl now with 3, holding on to that Spectre still. Esports though, they need to put the spike down and fast. GXR trying to contend. Carl now with the quad, and he's a hero, and he's got the ace with the Hunter's Fury plus the Spectre. It's enough to put GXR back on the board.
You don't need no Odin.
You called his name! You called his name, and he appeared even without the signature gun. Big Hunter's Fury there from Carl. It's just such an easy angle, such an easy funnel on that C-long angle, isn't it, Asarai?
Yeah, for sure. We didn't witness the hot hands by Eman on that replay, but I wanted to actually point it out or highlight it real quick. It did not get the tag on Eeyore, but it did force Eeyore to actually plant out in the open, which isolated the 2 people coming out from Garage to go straight up into, I believe that was NC Slasher. Anyways, hold that thought first, as it seems like a straight up push onto the A side, really showing that Boom not gonna falter a little bit. They got shaken but not stirred, and Asterisk stirs the pot a little bit more as the B side opens up for the rest of Boom.
Yeah, the angle less taken, and Aster is taking advantage of Ching there, but getting that takedown. Johan though in the middle by the garage window, and NC Slasher and the Flipshooter both do fall. Perfect hit on the back line there by GXR. Make that a triple, and clutch meet clutch. Perhaps Aster still with the backstab. The Killjoy now gonna get that takedown, picks up the Vandal, making it 2v3 here. Georgie though, he has the operator here, Asteroid. Boom. Even trying to plant, but Georgie will firmly hit the shots onto Eeyore there. It's all up to Asters now.
Let's see if Asters can go for the commitment. Curveballs are being thrown hard in his direction. They're coming in one by one. Could have been a second victim, but they just pinch in, and I don't think Asters there can make himself a periodic adjustment. For now, GXR claiming a couple of these rounds here, slowly but surely, a little bit bloody. But at the end of the round, they still have Georgie with an operator, and this has put a lot of stops in how Boom kind of aggresses the map here.
Yeah, Yeah, the elements of clutch here from Galaxy Racer, and it comes from the veteran leaders here, Carl and Johan. You know by now that they have pretty much the smartest minds on the GXR roster right now. They're not the hottest of the shots, but when they feel it hard, and they're just so potent at what they do best. It's Asarai, your Snickers. They always put a smile to my face, but GXR right now smiling as well, just being one round behind and noticing that Boom Esports seems like it's just pistols for them on the attacking side here.
Flipsider, he's good. He got the orb without taking that much fatal damage. Now I'm gonna try to open stuff up. Smoke dissipates, and that turret will at least take him down lower. Paranoia safely or immediately used by Ching just in case, and pop shots not really going to the favor of Flipsider here. Although there is a bit of rotation on Garage, but again, that turret just planted there by Johan gives so much info. Predator, another Blaze, 1 HP, sneaking through a long. But this is a one and done, I think. Boom. If they can't really sneak in and GXR locking down the sites, it's going to be difficult for them to catch off, especially with these weaker weapons. But never mind.
No, that was so close. Georgie, though, having an inkling of what's to come. Astros now with one tap there versus Johan, but Georgie's not done. And Flipsider gonna fall in the field of battle. It's 3v2. Boom, though, giving themselves a little bit of hope here with the Sheriffs, perhaps, and going on to the sites. But Asaris, interesting enough, didn't use that rifle, but he will use that lockdown instead. Might have just picked it up along the way, and now we are gonna get the spike planted here by Boom Esports. They bought some space for themselves, Asarai, giving them a fighting chance. GXR still has the advantage.
Boom, taking a much more forward approach to actually get themselves spawn control. I think Emma, yeah, he knows where the other one is. Gonna come from spawn, never mind that. I think he was not able to spot it up, but that is going to be the recon dart to spot Asterisk as he tries to come into the site. There will be the shutdown onto Georgie, but thankfully enough, Carl was there to hold his hand. And the bromance good between Georgie and Carl. He's even gonna pick up his operator. Thanks, bro.
Yeah, if you fall, I will catch you, and if you actually die, I will catch your operator instead. Throws it back on the ground, makes Georgie pick it up and go back to his role. But 4-4, we are all tied up, and this started with a boom clutch a while ago, and then suddenly Galaxy Racer finding clutch in them instead, getting that 3-round streak and equalizing this game, Asarai.
Well, some of these rounds, they've allowed Boom now to just get the sites first, and they have adjusted a lot more. They're taking that, again, like I mentioned, a bit more passive control in the sites that they don't really want to go at. But you know what? That's not the true identity of GXR. The true identity is to peek in, aim duel, take bodies, ask questions later. And get another kill there with Georgie on the op, and it's already adjusted to the same link, and he finds another victim. Asterisk down for the count, and this turns into a 3 versus 5 before we even hit the 1 minute mark.
The operator buys in the group stage have been essential for many of these matches, and Galaxy Racer versus Boom is just another one of them. NC Slash, though, finding out Johan says, "Peekaboo, I see you by the window." Shingo, in the meantime, in the power position of the platform. And we'll see what he can do there, setting up a bit of the one-way setup outside the garage. You're, in the meantime, right beside the Nebula here, and Boom Esports stacking into the garage here with 2. They still have Blaze trying to play a bit of the intel and go for that lurk onto a site, perhaps. And at the same time, Galaxy Racer, they feel very secure of their position, a far cry from what we saw at the start of this game.
A definite far cry. They're contained into the other side of the map. Ching has activated his ultimate here, but wait, what is happening? They're calling the rotations too early, and they got caught unawares. Spike's gonna get planted now for the C side, and this turns into a possible digestible position, clutch situation for the rest of Boom. 2 versus 3, and that ultimate got nothing. Actually, no, make that 3 versus 3, and this is gonna be hella difficult to retake.
This is though gonna be the call, and Blaze now just locking it in. Boom. In the meantime, finding out Emma with NC Slasher. Blaze right now just letting it rip, but Georgie, he's not done. He's got 3 here with the Blades now. Eeyore does get Georgie caught in the meantime with a response. It is 1v1, Sova versus Sova. Mono shock dart from Blaze will just catch out Carl by surprise. Boom Esports now still up by 1, keeping that lead. Yet again, it gets so dicey between these two incredible teams.
they got the 2 initial kills already. Whoever called the rotation from GXR, the timing could not have gotten worse. And look at all this delay tactics that just come out. George's been hitting a couple of crack shots. Carl almost picked it right back up, but again, by then, he was just too pressured to start defeating the spike, and Blaze, all he really had to do, as you saw, throw out a shock dart, shock and awe. At least for now, GXR still do have some money. Carl and Georgie will be equipping themselves with the rifles. But this could get bloody. Georgie's just about to go straight outside onto window as he jumps up. Gets caught, tripped as well. And well, that's not what you want to happen. Flipsider, again, adding a little bit more insult to injury, secures the C site, and it's delivered to precedent. C site is where the spike will be planted once more.
Yeah, just the perfect word there, SRI, security. That's how Boom Esports plays right now on Haven, and making sure that they are super secure at every single angle that they want to keep an eye out of. GXR, though, they are going back to the back of sites, and will try to go for this retake. Notice though that no one's on site. It's gonna be over at C-Long instead. The lob there by Eman, tried to toss it by the Covey, but Flipster there already with the takedown onto Eman. There's the spray down right now. Doesn't lead to the takedowns though. Ching up top, the crates there. Drop down from Carl as well from the platform. And now with even ground, Carl down with the takedown onto Flipster there. It's gonna be 4v2. Boom Esports is trying to play from the garage. No way, no how. GXR cannot even try to go for that defuse. And there's the lineup, and there's the kills. Blaze getting 3. Ching did get a single kill on the ER there at the very end of that. But Boom Esports right now, tactically sound. And Galaxy Racer, they're left scratching their heads.
Still not the worst case for GXR here. They did force themselves to buy up into that round, but they still will be able to do the same in this one, so that's good. Georgie's not going to get equipped anymore with the operator, but I don't think it's going to be a big hamper for him. The setup for GXR has been passable. The big problem there is I think they're committing too much to information that Boom is feeding them. That's not really how you want it to work. Blaze and the rest will be now trying to get control onto mid as they just trudge right up. And they're not wasting any time to at least find that information. Ammon's going to be playing in the close corner here. Going to be using his run it back, but he's got to be careful because his body shuts down. He could get chased in. Well, that thought though, Georgie doubles up. This could be perfect. And yeah, Blaze and Asterisk down for the count once more.
Dynamic duo there from Georgie and Eman doing the things that they do best, and they're just getting more and more map control here for Galaxy Racer. Seems like there's a different plan here for GXR right now, as all the way by the spike, by the attacking spawn, those are the takedowns by the duelists, and Ching will find the duel there versus Flipster and will win it out. Galaxy Racer getting that map control that they've been looking for, that they have been searching for all throughout this half, and they will make it work. 14 takedowns here though for the top frags of both sides. Asterisk there with 14, Carl with 14 as well. And overall, a pretty even game after everything is said and done.
Yeah, solid performance for both of our teams here. It's been Boom and I'd say Flipster that has been opening up a lot of these sites. Eeyore sets him, rather Blaze sets him with the reconnaissance, and it's helping him out a lot more. For GXR, Georgie has been a definite holder, a vanguard on these sites. He really just opens up. And before he dies, most of the time he gets about 1 to 2 kills, and that's enough for I think GXR to just shine into these angles. The big problem now for GXR, I think, is Ching has been caught multiple times unawares. Not the pleasant surprise, and GXR, I think, knowing this, that's why they're kind of letting Johan hold hand to hand with Ching, who definitely needs the extra support for now at least.
It's not the kind of surprise you get a gift during Christmas under your Christmas tree, Asterai. Not that kind of surprise.
Nope.
Okay. Fine. Boom Esports.
It's not even bird months, bro.
Oh, is it? Come on. Here in the Philippines, we start Christmas by July, right? And it's already August. So, if only malls were more open to people, I would be hearing those jingles right now. Boom Esports, though. They're caroling. We'll take them to Seaside here. They are going for that split if ever. NC Slasher right now trying to set a few things up here and there. And as we just see GXR trying to prevent any kind of recon darts from the other side, it will still be lobbed there by Boom. And as I say that, they're just doubling, tripling back all the way to A side. Hush, hush, hush. Run, run, run. Hustle, hustle, hustle. All the way to the opposite side of the map. Thing is though, with GXR noticing the time bank, if they could just get in the way of that spike plant, they will win this round by default.
Can he delay it? No, they're gonna get the shutdown onto Blaze, but 19 seconds, definitely enough. Georgie goes swings out. Okay, this is gonna be an awkward position for Boom, but awkward is not, well, gonna be their finalizing blow.
Double pick.
2 versus 1. Johan peeks the one on
Nice.
Graffiti. He has to go for the quick 180.
Nice
But in the
strike.
end, all for naught. A futile attempt, and Boom.
Switching sides.
That should not have happened.
They made the dance work, my friend. They just set things up well. Yet again, just going for the crossfires, finding the takedowns quickly. And with that all said and done, that final kill, you have to look left, you have to look right. You can only look in one direction because the other will kill you, and Boom Esports just proving it there in that situation. The sacrifice of Blaze will not be in vain, and the call to go to A side works out there for Boom Esports. Just so unfortunate though, Galaxy Racer had the right idea. Carl with that Stellar Hunter's Fury to get that free pickoff, but if only he got the shot a little bit sooner, that would have just been a round win there for GXR.
I was kind of wondering if Georgie was either gonna just dash back or double, triple down, dash forward by himself, separate his team with the Nano Swarm, but could catch multiple players of Blaze off guard. But seems he went for the safer option. Not really the worst one. Georgie now could be in a bad spot, but he plays it perfectly. MC Slasher at least will be able to get that refrag in with the help of Asterisk, who's going to be holding on to Garage. It's not the name of the game. It's not the position where they want to go with their mission. It's going to be the B side, and Flipshooter is hitting again the A link here. Asterisk is about to push out with his teammate. They're swarming in, and they're just about to explode onto Emon, leaving Ching. Now should know with Johan to remain. MC Slasher into the corner here. Cannot destroy the Nano Swarm. Was into the side there. He's very low. Also does not have a lot of bullets, and that's going to be a clutch here for GXR.
Yeah, they needed that round win, get that pistol, and try to equalize on the next round. Galaxy Racer making the right call to go for that B side, find the duels in them, and find the duels outside of that site in the first place. Go for the takedowns and go for the kills. Galaxy Racer, that's the name of the game. And on Haven, looking at their history so far, many of the teams that they've beaten here on Haven are just those kind of teams that are mechanically adept. So if they can still find those frags out in the first place, if they can make sure that Boom Esports falls into that same category, even though Boom is a tactically sound team, it will help the chances here of Galaxy Racer. It will help out if they decide to play shooty bang bang, go for the head-to-heads, and Carl right now will bring the incel here to GXR, but Eeyore will get the takedown here for Boom instead. Carl though with a refrag, Flipshooter right now with a backstab onto M, and Ching now catching out plays, and GXR using those guns to their advantage. And finally, oh, Asterisk, never mind, he picks up the Phantom, but Ching is there with the ding to tie up the game.
How many players actually went for their rifle buys? If it's just 2, that's still a good enough round here for GXR, but Boom making the free weapons, the classic play to their strengths. You saw Flipshooter there. He was just weirdly flicking right clicks, but he's still hitting a lot of the shots. This also makes it a tad bit more expensive, as the dinkage onto the members of GXR would mean that they have to refresh their shields. Not really what you want to do when you're trying to build up that economy. It's not really going to be the end of the world just yet, but those util-hungry agents, as you can see, not really having all of the utility that they would probably want. First and foremost, that's Carl's Sova drone and Johan's alarm bot, which should be perfect for holding flanks.
Yeah, just a good way to keep control of these angles. And
Oh,
in
kena dik.
such a big map that you might have to cede some spots to the other side. Boom
Eh,
Esports though
penuh
can
lagi.
cut swaths into this map itself. It will help them out immensely as they have the gun buys here. Asteroid. Carl though keeping an eye out by the Gardens. GXR as a whole looking to play into the middle. Besides, of course, the Sova that we mentioned before. They're just huddling. They're just trying to figure out where to go. What do we do? Ching, you want to go right? You want to go left? He decides to TP on away to play into the back line. And Georgie, of course, going to be heading out with Eman in. So Blaze going to be the one, though, in behind the sights. It seems like Boom Esports are noticing that there are things amiss here in the middle of the map.
I wonder what that trotted step 4 from Ching was. Was he trying to bait someone from Boom to peek out Garage just because there could have been that audio cue that would have left Ching vulnerable? Not sure. Johan now is going to lead the pack first as he charges right in. Never mind, Georgie will use that dash in. One onto Logs, but Georgie hits the mark. One to the back of the side. NC Slasher will be anchoring, blinded in, but it's really just going to be all over now for GXR. They left it onto Carl and Emon's hands. These are very capable players, but at the end of the day, there's just no time in the world for them to really make that impact. Although, hold that thought, Emon. Rather Carl, 2 seconds, not going to happen. Blaze came to 4th. There's also Flipsitter, who was already on C-Long as well. And boom, hold on. They denied the first gun round by GXR in the second half.
Yeah, Battle of the Sovas though at the very end. Blaze versus Carl, and both sides trying to play it clutch for the team, but overall just Blaze there in the backside getting those takedowns. Boom. Unfortunately, their Astra getting blinded, so it was all left to the Sova. But as Carl tried to mount a comeback there for GXR, Boom Esports just had their footing. And you mentioned it already, time was not on the side of the attack whatsoever. That would have been a Boom win regardless. But then again, getting the takedown, making it clean, and preventing more losses on your side will help that Boom immensely. And Blaze is not done. When he feels it, he is just going to be absolutely fuego. Super hot fire from this guy. Flipshooter, of course, showing us why he's that newest addition. And he does get the takedown onto another one.
That's a rather unfortunate turn of events. And it's even gonna reduce the ability now of JR to take the sites and maybe even have an opportunity to plant the spike down. They actually have left the spike in their own side of the map. I think now they just want to go for these nifty little angles of dueling. But Flipshooter even gonna deny them that basic commodity, that basic, how do you say this, right that an FPS player can have. And Emon now going to be charging into A long, but again, these flashes just denying JXR any form of map control decks.
Yeah, they're not able to play this round basically. Boom Esports, they know how they have this one in the bag if they play it safe and sound. They're just trying to be cheeky with the peaks, but no, Carl shutting down Flipshooter. They go and get stuff. Carl gets even tougher, and he's going for more ammo, gonna get on the board as well. And it seems like the time is working out here for GXR. Plays in the meantime, all the way in the back of sight. But while this is happening here, GXR did not expect that whatsoever. The spike has been left behind all the way by the mid doors, and it's a mad dash now to C site. Unfortunately, though, for Galaxy Racer rather, it is going to be the stars in the way. But the thing is, Boom Esports, NC Slasher is dead, so they can't use it. And Eman makes it in time. It was a mad dash. It was a marathon. But unfortunately here for Boom Esports, the utilities that were in the way could not be activated. And now, Eman with a run back. We still got a flash here in this round, Asarai.
He's trying to get that information with the ultimate for the moment. Blaze is gonna hit a big pinch on Eman, who is trapped at default. He needs Carl to pick him up, but Carl is holding the super long angle, so Eman has to try to go for the clutch straight up. But Carl, okay, he's trying to go for the refrag. He's not hitting the shots that he needs to right now, and that spike is long gone. Oh, it's getting diffused hard. Carl has to peek this out now. Needs to hit the first shot, not gonna connect, and the second will not follow, obviously. And that could have been something, but Carl, the mentality to try to get the refrag with the Hunter's Fury might not have been the best bet there, Dax.
I actually think Carl had a chance. If he hit one shot, that would have been it, because from what we saw in the HP department of Boom Esports, they were low. They were low. If they just get the beam on, they could get that takedown. But it's always so risky to try that one when you don't have the proper intel for it. And Boom, they had the numbers, they had that security, but GXR, they made our hearts race, and they raced to that C site. They barely made it there, Asterai.
They barely did. I was really expecting GXR to get that clutch there. That was looking so sweet already from Emon. He was hitting the nasty taps, at least on the A site. He could have transitioned into something even more beautiful. The problem, I guess, there for GXR was, even though they got the frags, they were nowhere near these players. So all they really could do was just try to utilize the Sheriffs. And speaking of getting utilized, Blaze activates his ult immediately as soon as he gets a tag in. And luckily enough, Emon was hitting both walls by his shoulders. And well, nudge, nudge, that's going to be the Hunter's Fury. And we're back to the 4-5 once more. Boom. Looking hella solid on their defending side.
Yeah, and when you just nudge the pinball machine too much, it just tilts away, and you cannot control it. Edmund, unfortunately, controlled there by Boom Esports instead. Right now, it is going to be a 5v4. GXR, though, looking for openings. Trying to say knock knock, who's there? Is anyone going to respond? Flipshooter, though, Just being cheeky, being sneaky, waiting patiently for anyone to come his way. And this is gonna be absolutely decisive. If Flipster can get
Yeah,
the
miss.
for the spray, but misses it onto Georgie there. Johan in the meantime with a refrag, and here we go with Georgie getting a takedown on the ER. Blaze though finding Georgie instead, and it will be GXR looking to put that spike down, but Blaze, he's not done it. He hits the shock dart perfectly onto the default angle. Carl though given time now to put that spike down, and while Blaze did delay it, we're still not done. It's 2v2 now. GXR trying to fight. Boom Esports looking for the retake. Asterisk Blaze versus Carl and Chang, veterans of each team.
Veterans of each team. The double up for Blaze here to come out of their spawn. Ching is going to be holding the angle through hell. I think Carl now knows that nobody's going to be pushing through heavens. Oh no, this recon dart is going to expose Ching. He's confused, but Carl has to go for the double spray, which it does not in Blaze. Just seeks glory through the ace, and that is going to be, boom, jettisoned to the 10 rounds. GXR, they had a beautiful chance. They got the entry frag already, but nobody respected that the delay
sofanya
of the shock
ace.
dart was
Wow.
going to be there. And Blaze with another ace hits that 20 kill mark. This is incredible from Boom Esports. Look at that replay. The denial.
The denial, man. The shock dart perfectly placed there, and Blaze also getting that intel. Carl went for Asterisk first because he saw that Blaze was just right beside him and he was dueling Ching. Unfortunately though, Blaze just such a crack shot right now, getting that takedown, getting that round win for Boom Esports. This is where it looks dicey here for GXR. I said it a while ago, they can out-mechanical opponents on a map like this. They can outshoot the opposition, especially from what we've seen in their local careers. But when we get into the tactical side, it does feel like Boom Esports right now, they know how to adjust on the fly, they know how to play it in clutch time, and in many situations where it looks dire, the likes of Blaze, they keep things afloat there for Boom Esports.
It's nuts. Boom has just been delay tacting a lot of these rounds here, and their ability to separate as well as just read the micro situations during this particular series, this first map against GXR, has led them to this 3-round lead. Yeah, GXR, they have really good takes. The problem now is their transition, their ability to try to translate the post plant, just not really finding its mark. Like, they got the side already, Dax. They were planning the spike, but then nobody was counting the shock darts. Nobody was respecting that Blaze, who threw out a recon dart, who was using a Sova drone on Heaven. Nobody knew, again, that post plant and default was going to be, what's the word here, dangerous.
Yeah, and especially for the Philippine audience, if you want to compare Blaze and someone like Jesse Bash and Brand Esports, right? They're pretty similar. Just absolutely, there's such good map knowledge. And Blaze here taking it one step even further, being so potent with the shots even more so. So it really goes to show Boom Esports is an absolute force of nature and a force to be reckoned with no matter what. GXR, their work is cut out for them. They are going to go for the Blade Storm and the rifles here. But Boom Esports, they're feeling secure right now in their position. They only have 3 rifles, a single Spectre, and the potential Blade Storm here for the defense. So Boom right now, not the best arsenal after everything is said and done because GXR made it costly. Carl right now with the kill on the ER, piling up the expenses even more. Blaze in the meantime now going for the darts, trying to get that intel. But the Battle of the Blades here, Mr. Asteroid, top 10 anime battles yet again perhaps. George though cannot hit Smart, flips there instead with the takedown on them, and NC Slasher does get 2. Johan and Carl get 1 apiece, and GXR right now trying to find the angles, but they cannot even put that spike down. Now Ching, he has to push on forward, but Flipster's the only one left, and in the end, Carl will protect Ching and keep him company. Spikes planted for some bonus money as well. GXR does get a point on the board, and 26 kills for Carl. Absolutely ludicrous efforts from this man.
And you saw Ching there. He almost evacuated the B site just because of how much respect they give to Boom and the last man standing Flipster. Well, seems like at least GXR, they're getting the punishes. Waiting just a little bit, a tad bit, a second longer has allowed them to get these nice little frags. Unfortunately for Georgie, that would have been a cleaner round for him, and he dodged many abilities. Recon Dart plus the concussion from the Astra, but in the end, the Blades just sometimes don't agree with you.
Just sometimes when the blades don't connect, you realize why you don't bring a 9 to a gunfight. Then see Slasher gunning down too with the Sheriff Masters on the board as well. And this is an eco round here for Boom Esports, but they equalize the odds already. Eco coming on close with the Frenzy, but Ching, of course, a potent shot with that Phantom instead. It's all up to Flipshooter, and he has a stinger in hand. Can he get the buzz on? Can he find that perfect burst perhaps? Or can he just spray one down? Oh, left, right, pick a direction, why don't you? It's all about the angles here, and Ching gonna be dueling yet again, but the headshot will connect. Flipshooter gonna go for the reload. He needs bullets back into the chamber. Can he pick up that Phantom though? That's the question. He's navigating, he's going keeping an eye out. And eagle-eyed that he is. Carl, of course, will save the day yet again for GXR. One round, the gap now between these two teams.
You know how chess matches are all about that patience? All right, let's look at this replay first. I'm going to finish my thought in a little bit, but look at the trade to come out with just straight up pistols. Look at the patience on Flipshooter. Like, after his dash, his initial dash in the back of the C site, he did not swing wide, hoping that his stinger would double spray transfer into both the skulls or the craniums of Carl and Ching there. What he did was he baited in the fight but making so much noise that I think at the end of it, Ching was like, yeah, I'm not going to mess with this anymore. I'm just going to push you straight up. And thankfully, Carl was there to get the refrag straight enough as the smoke dissipates for Flipshooter. Anyways, still not going to be end of the world. GXR did get a clutch in that last round, and they're going to have money. They're going to have the site as well. But it's all about the retake for Boom, and they have some pretty respectable ultimates to use for this round as well.
Yeah, lockdown is coming here for Boom, but the Hunter's Fury is the call here from Carl. Whenever you need him to do something, he just does it. That's what Carl is all about here for Galaxy Racer. Flipshooter, though, getting the job done. Johan will go down. It does seem like here for GXR. Gonna have to try and fight out of this one. Ching now way too so far. NC Slasher and Blaze do get on the board a piece. Georgie though finally plays out. And Georgie right now looking for another one. Does get it, but NC Slasher just clawing and weaving his way to a site. And 11-9 now gonna be a scoreline. Boom Esports still keeping this lead, but GXR keeping it close on the other side. And oh, look at that. Perfect spray. Boom! Let's go!
Dude, they're just trading hard here by Boom. There was some positive kills already for GXR. Ching able to rack up 2 kills now, and then Boom just out of nowhere swung wide the remaining members, and they got a positive in this one using the Astral Wall by NC Slasher to full fruition. And that recon dart, nobody destroyed it. So the triple pulse was giving so much information. Even if there was smokes that was blotting out the vision of Boom, the recon dart basically nullified that. And this gives such a big advantage here for Boom. Still, it's not going to be at the end of the world, but yeah, GXR is taking quite a bit of a bloody fight outside of C-Long, and not really anybody to top off their very lacking HPs as Georgie heavily diminished down to 25. Johan does. His teammates try to rotate around maybe the A side. Goes aggressive onto Garage. Finds another. Eeyore lurking around. Has to deal with the turret as he's being tagged as well as slowed. And he just exit out. Smooth. Okay. Even with the paranoia, he survives.
Smooth criminal. It's absolutely criminal how he got away with that. Spotted by the turrets. Getting chased after by GXR. Hit by the paranoia. And somehow he's still alive. Interesting. Incredible. And, well, with that space though being created by GXR, they are going to go for that B site. As I say that, turret says hello. Good turrets yet again from both of these Killjoys, but the lockdown right now going to buy some space. Thing is, though, by the links, you can find some angles perhaps. And NC Slasher just getting sprayed down into the smoke there. Beautiful kill from Carl. GXR giving themselves a hope and a prayer to play this B site with a 2-man advantage.
Smart. They knew that the lockdown was favoring the C-Link to detain anybody, so nobody was going to be there, but there still was a part of A-Link that was not getting covered by the lockdown itself. So as they push in, just as straight up pop shots to the smoke was well enough that it got to catch onto NC Slasher. Georgie, who was low, still going to be hitting a shot. That's confidence play from him, and Asterisk left to fend for his own, and GXR keeping this hella close. They're changing up the rhythm here. They're playing different tunes, and Boom just don't want to listen to the beat.
Boom, this is not a melody they want to sing and dance to. When Galaxy Racer is able to set that tempo as... Oh, Ching? Why? Ching, why? What happened, Ching? You were too close to the sun. and it just burned you there. In this case, too close to the spike. But in any case, point still stands. When Galaxy Racer is able to set that tempo, set that tune there, Asterai, it's just a song Boom does not want to listen to whatsoever. They will try to fight, but when GXR forces the headphones down on them, that's when GXR gets these sights. That's when GXR just takes control of these attacking rounds. And the more they can do that, the more that they can find Boom out and force them to play the game that GXR wants to play in the first place, it will help them out immensely to not just tie it up, but also try to steal this win away.
Flipsider has activated his blades here, spotting no one on C long. And the quick rotation from Boom straight up. Eeyore, oh, he's going to be in no man's land. He's getting chased down hard by Emma's run it back, and he's going to be able to beat a shot out. Hot Hands will not be used to plug in the side, but Blaze will try to plug in on the other side with his own ultimate, spotting out Georgie here. That spike has yet to get delivered into the middle of it. And losing Georgie is going to be a big blow, but still, this is where GXR do have the numbers, they do have the money and the weaponry, and all they now have to do is just blot out Boom's vision of this particular area. Flipster has gone down with the ultimate, and there's the last swing from Ching, and the last swing to equalize 11-11.
Make a wish here, GXR fans, because they have tied up the scoreline, and Carl is one away from getting that 30, bro. Look at the stats, though, from Carl. 29 kills, 12 assists. This guy is doing it all and more for GXR, and because of that example, Galaxy Racer is able to rally behind it. The Boom Esports, they're not done. They saved in that round, and that's right. This is going to be the big one. This is going to be the penultimate round that will define some of the economies here. If Boom loses this, they're going to be in the gut. They're not going to have the money that they would like to fight with. In the meantime, GXR, they built the bank, and they're going to go for the operator. It's time to find out who's going to get the big advantage for this game.
This is the momentum swing that both teams are looking for. Georgie on the attacking side has whipped out the operator. He does have his own blade, so he can play a bit more aggressive if need be. That's why we're probably seeing the op as well. There you go. Yep. Just primes in the blade storm.
Dia masih sakit bangsat.
That was that the Carl's drop dart? I think it was. It bounced back.
I literally, we didn't see that. If something like that happens, that's right. What did you see? I saw nothing. I literally just blinked for half a second and just like, what dumbfounded? What's going on? Right now, what's going on is it's a neutral game for this time. We're getting the patience here from GXR, getting that intel, trying to figure out exactly what's going on the other side. Flipsider, though, look at this guy. He wants to fight as close as possible. And if GXR does not clear that corner correctly, it is going to be just so deadly in their assault. Ching, Johan, keep an eye out. Someone is waiting. Someone is watching. And there we go with the spray. Flipsider will just be able to get that takedown. GXR, they have so much teamwork that they all look to the right rather than the left. And that's the one time you don't want to sync on up. Boom Esports now going for the final member. Ching, though, still fighting on back. It's 3v1 though, and Flipsider, we called it and we saw it. He was essential, but Blaze, he goes down. Ching is not done. He has 3 seconds left though, but he can't plant anymore because Asterisk is right in front of him. And Boom Esports will get that round advantage, and they are on match points.
They're knocking on match point's door, on Haven's door here, Dax. This, oh my goodness. They were clearing angles. They were flushing out utilities, and the one angle that they didn't peek out was the one place that Flipsider has put himself on. There would have been maybe, if Flipsider full control that for about 2 to 3 seconds, GXR could have straight up looked his direction, but did not. And that cubby on long became the graveyard for about the whole brunt of the GXR side. Flipsider will be missing a flick here. To chase, not going to be real, as the dog will at least keep everyone leashed on the side of a main. GXR here, they still have a chance. They don't really have the big ultimates, but at least they do waste Flipsider's tailwind. That's a big thing, but now they have to try to work with something, and that's one of the advantages that they can try to deal with.
You know, as a team, you want to be synced up, right? But that was the one moment that you wanted people to do something else. Everyone looked right. That was just the painful part of it. Instead of clearing left and right together, and now Flipsider, he's punishing Galaxy Racer yet again. Now with the operator, as we said, has been one of the stars truly of the Indonesian circuit for NXL before. Now here for Boom Esports, it's not Johan. He fights on back, and GXR, it wasn't too bad that they lost that round. Sure, Boom Esports now can win, and of course Boom Esports does have the guns, but GXR can fight back with the rifles as well. So we're gonna get mano-a-mano time here, Mr. Asrai. 4v4 situation. Operator in the hands of Flipshooter still, but the smokes are getting in the way. And how will Boom Esports play this retake?
The numbers are the same. Ching will be using his ultimate just to get some info on. 3 have taken the site. Aster's about to explode, but there is a turret that's holding outside of garage here. The rest will be coming through the mains, but the flash from ear actually good. It opens up the possibility, not big enough. And the swing from Aster's will be null and void, and Slasher down to 20, and all he can really do is try to delay in. And Emma playing the safe game, activates the run back, will be charging right in. Knows now smoke is not safe. That is going to be the clutch round here for GXR. We go to overtime, guys.
We are going to overtime, and Carl again, though, keeping an eye out. Beautiful flash there from Boom, but just check out what happens near the end of that. Flipshooter, though, with that initial frag, very decisive, honestly. And if this was just a full A take, maybe that would have been Boom's win. But as Amon gets to there to start things off in the middle, there was just that covering fire from Carl. He kept an eye out on the garage exit, and as soon as someone peeks on that, he got the takedown. Again, heaps of praises to GXR, and especially to Carl's performance right now. They are in overtime because of their efforts as a whole, and because of the efforts of that Sova.
Both Sovas have been pivotal for teams to rally behind them. Blaze, he's been good at delaying the plants for so many rounds. Carl, he's been good at delaying Boom when they try to attack the sites. And maybe now that we've gone back to the other sides once more, Boom's going to be on the attacking. There could be something here for the moment. Not Omen, but Emon is going to be manning the A-long area with the help of Carl, but nobody has yet really to spot out any forces. Eeyore has already used basically all of his utility for some clearance, but they haven't really getting that much map control, although on the other side of the map, on the C garage, Asterisk, he's playing sneaky beaky here. That smoke at least gives him some cover, but he backs away, thinking that nobody is actually going to be challenging him, and he can't get a pick off.
Yeah, Jigs are in a pretty stable ground right now, but there we go, the peaks, and Evan will go down. Apparently, you are here just waiting for another guiding light because of that timer. It does seem like Flipshooter here wanting to play the entry on A side. Boom Esports now, they got that man advantage, and they know they've gotten rid of an A defender, so they can make this take work. Carl, though, watching out for the shared angle. Georgie, though, come up Carl right now with a backstab, and here we go with GXR making a kill box for themselves. It feels like Boom Esports must die here and now, as Galaxy Racer have set up that trap. Asterisk, though, with the find on the Ching, and it does become 2v2, angle versus angle. It's just all about these different sides right now. Carl does break down. Blaze will get the kill on the Johan, and Boom Esports will end that round with some duels in their favor. What a way we just watched that unfold. Both sides using as many angles as they could to fight each other.
The fadeaway aim from Asterisk saves the day. You saw how he was just holding these angles. He has cover. He's just jiggle peeking left and right, and even if there's some pop shots, retaliation shots from GXR players, they can't deal with it. They can't chase his speed, and Asterisk single-handedly gave them that round win. Yes, he did have Blaze pushing out on a long, but that was all, definitely all Asterisks all day long, and now they're going for that match point.
And Asterisk, we've seen him do that before, and it's still as deadly. Galaxy Racer, sometimes when they are going for those free takes, they do get a little narrow-minded and narrow-sighted in where they need to go, and Asterisk is the one that takes advantage of those situations. 13-12 though, Boom Esports right now, they're back on match point, and they're just trying to get this win versus Galaxy Racer, but we know GXR absolutely tenacious. This is just Philippine tenacity at its finest, and GXR will always fight to the bitter end. Boom Esports though, they've been veterans and they've shown their experience so far in this game. Asterisk though, again, cheeky angle here. This is what won Boom Esports around a while ago, and Asterisk will do it again. It's gonna be 2 here for Asterisk so far. Trying to find a little bit more, Mr. Asterisk, but Carl all the way on the other side. NC
Oh,
Slash
no.
right now with that takedown, and GXR, it seems like the stars are being blocked by the clouds, and Boom Esports right now are making the big bang that they need. Is this going to be the thunder and the lightning from Boom Esports? Will it be very, very frightening? It seems like Blaze right now bringing in the fire, bringing in the shots, and it's all up to Carl. He's been the hero here of GXR, but he's running out of time. Can he actually do anything? The clock's winding down, and I believe this is going to be it. Watching that flank, there is just no time. Boom Esports, they work for it, but in overtime, they will get the victory. The big Boom with the big win, and they will take map number 1 of this series.
Dang, Carl just cannot catch a break. He's left all alone by himself. There was the push by Johan and Ching, but the jump out, again, they're just hiding in these corners, and Boom Esports are finding value by just holding these tight little angles. Again, Valorant is a map that has these deceptive deep pockets in the map structure itself. And what that...
Map keduanya apa? Hah?
In a few rounds, that fundamental of Valorant. Overall, though, Carl with an incredible performance, and you gotta give it to Carl. He poured his heart out, and he played his A game, his S game, I'd even say, going beyond what is expected from him. And GXR can take his stars that they have a player like that in the roster, but Astra's on the other side, making angles work on Haven. Just those lurks and those pushes from a Killjoy, especially on the attacking side, it's incredible to what he accomplished in that map.
Yeah, Johan has been creating these openings. Even though it's just singular kills, these are really impactful frags that has allowed GXR to thrive a little bit. Those last 2 rounds, really, all they really needed to do was just to take a bit of a breath here, Dax, and just try to figure out if somebody is going to be just slightly lurking from the Boom side. Anyways, guys, we're going to be coming back from a break, and when we do, we're going to witness
Break. Heaven sama Split. Heaven sama Split. Ya, jam berapa? Jam berapa dah? Jam? Jam 6. Di sini berarti itu. Ya. Oh, minusnya 23. Udah pasti out. Nggak tahu, nggak ada. Bisa 23 dong. kebantai berarti. Oke, 10 menit. Transisi dulu bentar. Oke, 10 menit ya. Pencet belum centang. Belum dong.
Semangat, ayo beri dukungan untuk Boom. Yoi, Beni Arjaya, thank you udah mampir bang.
Kepencet.
Main sudden, main.
Salah. Pencet yang lain.
Around the world. We are witnessing a match, and of course, hindsight is 2020. But obviously, the players themselves don't have the same POV that we do. So those fundamental flaws, we tend to notice them more, and it tends to stick out more to us, the viewers. But again, playing at the biggest stage in the mall, VCT Southeast Asia Challengers, you know, it gets to you, gets to your nerves, and sometimes even the best have their rough days.
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that right,
Yes,
Dex?
that's the thing. Easier said than done, or some cases, easier typed down on a keyboard than done itself. It's just so different when you have that kind of POV. So much pressure's on these players right now, on these teams, and especially in such a tight group that they have in the first place. Gax Racer right now look to salvage this into a 1-1. Boom Esports, though, if they make a 2-0 happen, it's going to be big because it will just rocket them up that scoreboard, that's right.
Yeah, it's gonna be incredibly huge because again, this group that they've had, we were already expecting X10 to be at the tippy top, but you know, teams like Big Bam and JXR have proven that X10 is not immortal. They can bleed, and there is a relatively good chance that any of the other 3 teams that we have for Group C can take that top spot before the group stage ends, and it's all here. Boom has the first shot at it, or maybe JXR can stifle them a little bit and get themselves that 1-1 for the series of 2.
You know, I still
Kalau misalkan Boom menang, berarti peringkat 1. Tinggal lawan extend imbang aja. Udah. Alas ke playoff. Ini kan Onyx menang. Tapi Onyx susah sih. Repress masalahnya. Tapi kemarin gila sih, walaupun aku gak live Onyx. Gila mainnya comeback, cowok.
But that's all they have to build on. They know in themselves that they can make it work as a full unit. They stuck together for good reason, but now they have to show up and be part of the cosmos here in that big stage.
absolutely agree with you there, Dex. As we head into the game, let's see which team will go beyond, perhaps for the less favored in another time or space. Casters, leave it in your very capable hands.
Thanks, Bim. Here we go, Asarai. Second map between Galaxy Racer versus Boom Esports. With that dynamic duelist duo.
Picknya ini, oh ada Sagi. Boom pakai Sagi dong. Jangan mau ambil gini.
We waste no time to get started with the pistol round from the get-go. I was about to mention as well, Dax, that this definitely is the series to go to infinity and beyond. Whether GXR or Boom, well, only time will tell. GXR, as you mentioned, is going to be playing Carl on a Sky. And I actually can't remember if in this particular map he has used this particular agent here, because he's always been just adamant about the breach. And, well, that's not really going to matter now, as the pop flash, good with the guiding lights. These nades being thrown will at least tag down Flipster and then NC Slasher. But what this also does, it's a byproduct. Great mid control for GXR, as now they're working their way onto ropes. But that spike is all but rotated to the B heaven, so a bit of cut noise, and this already tramples the mentality of Boom. And even then, there's still going to be a shutdown onto Georgie, but the numbers favoring GXR.
Yeah, 4v3 right now, as Ammon does get some confirmation with the Boom bot. As we go onto B side though, Flipster will have to hold the line by himself. There's the paranoia right now, connecting onto 3. And of course, wants to fall in that effect. Carl though, in the meantime, with the takedown onto Flipster in response. Chain comes close and gets rid of NC Slasher. And it's all up to ER right now. If he can get a single kill, it will help him out immensely, but not the case. Carl with a 3K. Nasarai, I think you were talking with Carl of stage 2, not Carl of stage 3, because he has been happy to pick up the Sky. And really, the past is past. He will say the present is present, and the Sky is the future here of Galaxy Racer.
Well, Carl is one of those players that can translate their brilliance even without being a duelist. Again, we always talk about duelists and whatnot, but I always like to emphasize that utility players in Southeast Asia are diamond in the rough. They are so difficult to find, needle in a haystack, but when you can, do not let them go, because they can just open up sights for you and clutch rounds when they don't have the big honcho duelist to make that impact. King is going to be holding in the flank here. Spots out Eeyore. He's going to be happy with the kill already, given the information that the A side is going to be one down, but the rest of GXR still want to fight for this B. Could be something by Boom, as Flipsitter was just holding hard with the classic in the rope side. GXR now, as the pinch comes in from Ching, will be looking to go for rope straight up to the A heavens.
Yeah, and I completely agree with that, right. These utility roles are essential, and now with the takedown onto Asterisk. But we saw there in the previous matchup on split between the Oasis Gaming and the Cerberus, right, that the Sentinels are the one stepping it up, as now GXR has a 2-man advantage. In the previous game of this matchup itself, it was the initiators, and right now the initiation of GXR is good to go. 2-0 off the good start, and they're on the attacking side here, so this is a good sign for GXR if they can build up a few more points in this game.
Attacking side is always the side that you want to get as many points as possible, especially on split. And GXR having their Hand dipped in a bit to the round pool is already a good statement for them. Now Boom got themselves a lot of firepower here, Dax. Going into the third round, we do see all the rifles in the world. Now seeing just a ratio of about 2 Vandals, 3 Phantoms, so it's a bit of that Phantom supremacy for Boom here. They want to be able to break utility and spray through smokes without getting resprayed themselves. And this gives them a lot of power, at least, when GXR don't really have the big cojones weapons for now. And that dog, or rather that trailblazer, trying to sniff out somebody who was playing on male but spots out none.
Apparently, they can't get a sniff of intel right now as GXR are going to be going into the middle. We'll try at least to play the entries. They know that they need to hustle and they need the bus to get closer and closer to these sites. 4 Spectres though, and a single Phantom in hand here for GXR. Fast fire rate is the answer in their arsenal, but on the flip side, it's Boom Esports prepared with the rifles in hand. Seems like though GXR feel very dicey about this B take. They are going to go to A instead, where the Sage is waiting here. Going to be interesting how Blaze is going to play this out. He does have a single slow orb still here, Mr. Asarai, and if he can just get the lob on and find some targets, it's going to be big to cut up the push of GXR. Georgie now with that start, but no, he immediately gets stopped there by Blaze. Red light, green light, but now Evan will go, but Eeyore will say die to Carl there. 4v3 now.
The positioning is so strong by Eeyore. Nobody actually spots it out if you're not actively looking for it. Eeyore's going to get another pick off here. This is going to be a wide swing. And that bonus round, well, it's a bonus that was given for Boom. Sometimes, you know, you want that bonus, but it's that other coworker that gets it. And look at this little pick out from Eeyore. Sees the legs. You know what? Eeyore seems to be a leg man. And a head man as well. And that's just going to give Boom a nice little light to start the split map for themselves, 2-1.
Yeah. I'm surprised you know those tastes, but Eeyore there just tasting blood and tasting the souls of the opposition, giving Boom Esports that first point on the board. And you know, we get back to the Valorant standard. Is that official merch on Split? I wonder if ever they're gonna release those kind of apparel. I would buy that in a heartbeat. And
Windbreaker jacket,
would too.
man. Sorry, I said
exactly. No, you're right. Exactly that. As Eeyore right now will be in the right here versus Edmund, and we can talk about some Valorant clothes later on. But let's talk about the action here as GXR are pushing onto A side. But Boom finding Ching and Blaze. Boombot connecting onto the Omen in that situation. And even though GXR got the acceleration to A side there, Asarai, they now have to hit reverse, and Carl with 16 HP. The Sky can heal others, but not themselves.
The big problem too is because he has a Phantom, basically that. Even if he hits a one-hit headshot, it's 140 damage at that far enough distance, so he has to close the gap, has to push in. The smoke is gonna make it so that he can't sneak up, but it doesn't give him any information that both the players of Boom have gone straight to the B side, the wall, straight into the face of Carl here, and that itty-bitty wall, itty-bitty hole. Actually, it was the hole that gave Blaze the advantage, and what a stop to the press of GXR on the A side.
And the two most hated numbers in Valorant, -140 and -145, and you make a good point there. There was a chance for Carl though, as Boom Esports did come closer and closer, but the wall play, really interesting and pretty smart. Blaze, of course, such a big mind behind this guy. As we say, I believe he's the captain of the squad, plays at Sova, plays at Sage right now, and he just knows how to make utility even better for his team. But now, it's time for the Shroud to step and flips with her, braving the fires there of the Nano Swarm. Doesn't care about the pain, doesn't care about the HP loss. They want to get that garage hold, and oh, Blaze has to back away, respecting Georgie and the Blades.
Can make him into quick sushi. Oh, he gets stopped with dash, but still gets the value, although flips at her as they were trying to heal himself back out. The nade, unfortunate for Georgie there. The damage not really maximized, but minimized, as there was the catch-up by the rest of the Boom squad. Carl's going to be into the corner, spraying randomly through the smoke, finds a pick onto Eeyore, and that is perfect. At least even in this eco round for GXR, they're making waves, they're making strides. And this wall dissipates as it melts up. There is going to be a lot of loot outside of B main and B heavens.
Yeah, just a legendary explosion of guns there. Boom Esports will try to prevent GXR from getting this cachet. Carl, though, in the meantime, these secrets are going to be perfect. 3 members left. They're on the hunt and will give the intel. Showstopper's available here for Flipsitter, and he's going to unleash it. Lets it rip. Misses the shot, though. Doesn't get the connection onto the takedowns, but Johan is there to hit the shot instead. Paranoid there from NC Slasher to try and help out. unfortunately didn't really pan out there for Boom Esports. And here we have it. High ground for Johan. That's a takedown. Asterisk in the meantime spraying behind the smoke and more before it lands. And now in a 2v1, the turret will be that first contact. Alarm bot now gonna get broken. There we go with a few peeks here and there, but Ching from the side of the default will allow GXR to get the thrifty win. Misplays on both sides ends with GXR winning out that round.
What a punish on that. Yeah, he bumped his head on the wall, but still Georgie gets a kill. Only Georgie. Georgie of the jungle. My goodness. But this particular clip here in that replay, the few seconds before that, the dip in and dip out of players for GXR, and the, as you mentioned it, just the not good follow-up, or this is not sugarcoat, the whiffs from Boom, able to give GXR a nice little thrifty, and when all is said and done, that is still a round that they'll take in the end. Although GXR pulls the trigger once more, so aggressive just to keep charging it on this A side, but now Eman finds some value as the double satchel, claims Eeyore at the back of it, setting up Johan for a use immediately onto the lockdown. They'll stop Boom from making things happen, and they can't really shut down that big ultimate, and GXR have most, or if not all of the reign on the A side for now.
Yeah, they're clearing out that front line, and just to build on your point a while ago, Georgie of the split, watch out for that wall as this detained. Oh no, asterisk. Okay, Carl is just all business right now. Usually you'd see GXR look for that knife. Not today. GXR knows they want to get a map win in this series. It's all about securing the victories as quickly as possible, and they're up by 2 here. Well, they're on the attacking side. Things are looking pretty stellar here for GXR, all things considered.
Yeah. Definite 4-2 on attacking side. That is huge for GXR here. And I think they rattled Boom a little bit there. You saw Boom was very much prepared with the crossfires and whatnot, but all Eman had to do was go with the confidence peak. It's not the easiest thing to do. It's not the easiest thing to be said, but when you can, impact, as you see, is monumental. Blaze is playing around the corner of the smoke, but gets caught out into the open. Legendary is going to be just holding the angle here, but once again, the Elder Flame spews fire, but not in the right direction. NC Slasher whips out, even hones in onto the cranium of NC Slasher there, but Ching still gets the kill. That's going to be a fast win here for GXR, and Dax, I don't know, they've been putting these 0 to 50s to 0 to 100s very quickly in the past 2 rounds.
Zoom, zoom, as GXR will make Boom go boom, basically. And with a 5-2 scoreline, Galaxy Racer is off to the races, playing to the namesake, and looking stellar so far. Gotta say, though, it's a bit reminiscent of the previous series Boom Esports had. They had a contested map number 1 win versus BAM when BAM found their footing. And map number 2, they were just getting outclassed. Will it be the same case? Does Boom Esports run out of steam on the map basis? That could be the situation right now in the group stage and still give us a 1-1 scoreline all throughout this group so far. In any case, though, GXR now back onto the A side. They know that they have free reign to go there quickly. They know they have the gun advantage, and they're just confident to put that spike down. Eeyore, though, trying to play the peaks, and he still gets the kill off the Georgie there. Dismiss, back on away. Does have that Empress if ever. Carl, though, taking a few taps now, but NC Slasher will still die. It's 4v4, and oh, Boom. They want to give it a shot here, Asteroid. It's time for the lockdown. Showstopper, though, is just being unleashed here, and Lemon will blow up Asterisk.
He's gonna still get caught by that ultimate, and the detain is gonna be huge. Ching! Oh, such an easy pick. This leaves Johan to try to go for the insane 2v1 clutch. He spots out the first, but Eeyore has been so solid with these clutch scenarios. They don't even need flip sitter, but the time is gonna be there. 2 seconds and a dream, and a thrifty round win for Boom.
No sweat whatsoever on the defuse, no panicking at all, just watching that spike be, well, just watch it from go bottom to top, and there you have it. Even though that detain that was protected by Boom Esports was instrumental for that thrifty win. They prevented Eman from getting even more value with the showstopper, as well as basically having that slow orb in the way to prevent him from killing that lockdown in the first place. In the meantime now, GXR, they still need to be careful that because Boom, they can always put up a fight here, Asteroid. That's the thing. Boom Esports is such an experienced team that knows what they're doing round for round. They have a plan, they look to execute, and it's just up to them if they can do just that. Blaze, though, no risk here this time. Gets the takedown onto 2. Georgie M and both duelists do fall to the hand of the battle stage. Because that resurrection is available here for Blaze. And not only that, Asteroid, it's just a complete shutdown of the initiation of GXR.
The singular peak there from Georgie giving Blaze so much cred to just, again, force the 1v1. The fallout from Emma was basically a run down the ramp. You know, they're not rushing in like a horde. They're rushing in like runways. It's not looking too good. NC Slasher making a lot of distance here, but Johan has crept up. Ching, beautiful shots to the smoke, and Johan, these lurks have been damn on point here. Who has the spike now? It is going to be nobody, as the spike was planted somewhere or placed somewhere on sewers. They could straight up go for the A site, as there is noise being done by the rest of GXR here, although Ching is left with 1 HP. He's already but called it, and with the noise done by from the shadows, this will just signal the rest that it's gonna be the A site, and they're gonna have to retake it. Boom, still stuck at B.
Oh, they're looking around. They're trying to confirm it. And they will go for the resurrection. That's why they're clearing out this B site before going back to A. And now, with the spike planted, it's a race against the clock here for Boom Esports, but they have the numbers, and there you go with the lineup. But no, Ching can only get a single kill. Blazes meantime with a quad already, and can he get the ace here versus GXR? We've seen Blaze do wonders in the previous map. Can he do it again? It's a battle of the clutch agents, the battle of the clutch players here between both sides. Carl versus Blaze, 2 titans clashing, but only one can win. Carl now moving on down, Blaze up above, but the shots from below will allow Carl to clutch it out for GXR, and yet again, you can count on Carl.
Carl has been so smart in these little frags of him, his little duels. Blaze, a quick little replay, that would have been dawn gone dark. But Ching and Johan, the 2 players, 2 of the 3 players from the Archangel previous roster, work together in tandem to go for the clutch, and Carl also, the old Archangel roster, getting in that clutch. So they're really putting in the value here in the GXR, now in their current team, GXR. And what's kind of amazing about that is, for the most part, that should have been around for Boom. Speaking of around for Boom, Georgie, he's on an island once again. Nobody is helping him out. This Boom bot about to explode. Emon follows up, double kill, yes. There's going to be Blaze, not taking out a cranium of a Johan. The double stack by NC Slasher. They have the spike once more, and they can take and cut noise here if they do decide to do so. 8 bullets in a dream, and that's going to leave only Asterisk to remain. NC Slasher drops down from the B heavens. Asterisk playing on ropes. Carl not knowing the dangers that lurk behind him. But did he look around? Oh, his opponent now has a phantom. This is going to be close, but the peak, the timing, beautiful for Carl, 3K.
What a turn of events there in that round. A series of unfortunate events for both sides. Georgie, oh Georgie, poor Georgie. Showstopper coming to his face. He dashes on away, still gets taken down. But Eman with such a good proactive play there, pushing on forward to get to Blaze. Unfortunately, only had the Sheriff, I believe, so he couldn't go for that quick refrag, and he was a little bit late on the peak. And while Boom was tempted by the gold glistening on the other side, those beautiful guns they could have picked up, Carl there keeping an eye out, and that was just that. So Boom Esports, they need a timeout because this is not what was expected from them. We mentioned that they are the kings of split in the Indonesian region, but that reign has been tested and has been basically said no to by the likes of Onyx and Alter Ego. Is this truly the fall from grace from Boom Esports on a map like Split? I said it the last time Boom was playing, they were trying to find a new home on something like Ascent, I believe, and it still didn't pan out for them. And really now, where is Boom gonna go to for these map picks, if ever?
Probably not the map picks that they struggle with the most. I think it's just more of, because again, that would be such a huge thing, right? Trying to be a pro team and you're deathly allergic to, let's say, Split. That is not what you want to happen.
That's no bueno.
That is no bueno. But at least I think one of the issues right now for Boom that has been plaguing them, at least in this Split map, is I think it's the ability of GXR to again, rush in as a squad, and the standard of you double stacking with somebody just to help you out in the back of the side, the crossfires just aren't there. But as I say that, look at the trades that is happening here. Georgie holds himself up onto Cubby there, swings wide onto elbow, and basically sucker punches the rest of the Boom squad who have left themselves on the A side. The smoke gives a bit of coverage. Blaze is going to be in the corner here, spots out Johan, but there's still more to remain. The flashes will be coming through. Blaze anticipates, putting his back onto his opponent. It's very risky, but he still survives for now. Spike has yet to get planted down, and this leaves Asterisk to clutch once more. The flick, not going to be real, and this holds true for GXR. 8-3, they need one more round before we end the half, but they are looking solid on their attacking.
Yeah, just such an assault there. And GXR, from how their playstyle has been in the first place, they know how to make attacks happen. Non-split, they're proving it even more so against, of course, the geometry of the map itself. But we've been seeing that in SCA as well. Well, the breach pick has been popular for one reason or the other for some pro teams. They're also trying to say, you know, split, we can make an attack inside it, and it's just because of that knowledge of the map itself. Know the default angles and know how to counter them in the first place. Prevent yourself from getting funneled in. Prevent yourself from getting plugged in this onslaught and in this impact. And oh no, Blaze! He was watching that jellyfish just stare him right in the eye. Flipster though loving that. Paint shells real quick. Georgie with the kill on the ER, but Asterisk now with the takedown of the Georgie after the blades do not get the connection. And in this instance, it's 4v4. GXR waiting for that lockdown to just give them the space that they need. They are pushing into the tower and more. Asterisk right now waiting behind the crate. Johan with the kill with the Flipster, and tower control is the heist that GXR has been looking for. And while this is happening, GXR says, okay, we killed everyone on A, let's go to B.
They've done the damage already, and they know that there was already, I believe, the Sage who was somewhere on screens. If he's not going to be an elbow or the side itself, it's going to be somewhere CT side. And that gives so much time for GXR just to keep doing what they were already planning, which is to just go straight up onto the rope side. Now, Carl is going to be able to spot the one, and he's almost shut down there, but you know what? It wasn't really going to be possible, I think, for Blaze to make anything happen because there's 3 more still waiting at the B side in GXR, and they have set up such a beautiful crossfire. And now Dax, second half, going to be 9-3 with GXR having the important pivotal point of their group stage. It's not the win. It's not just the win. It's how the difference of the rounds are against BME that will affect their standings going into the playoffs.
Yeah, it's going to be huge, especially if they win this pistol and run away with the second round of the second half. 9-3 can easily become 11-3. The Boom Esports know that this is their chance for a clean slate. This is their reprieve, and they need to get back on the path to Berlin. Can they make it happen though, as GXR already stationed to play the aggression? Carl here with Emma. Georgie gonna be so close to danger. With that frenzy, he does get to take that back on the way with the dash. Emma getting it on the board as well as Instant Flasher will chase down Georgie. But here we have it. Paranoia cannot flash back away in time. Blaze with that takedown. And even with the aggress there from GXR, Boom able to equalize. It's 3v3, but now a reset as everyone is just trying to figure out what's going on and where to go to.
Okay. Oh, sewers for a bit. Johan, this is hella risky by Johan. If they charge in as a 3, he would give so much control on the B Heaven side. As you can see where the rest of GXR are placing themselves, they're really holding these close angles by their lonesome. Although, to be fair, Johan has given that info for them. Carl is just holding the close once more, and they're about to charge him out. This could be perfect if he can just land the shots. Yes, he gets 2! Carl, are you kidding me? Odinson came into play. Johan, he heard everything, and he relayed it like a sonographer in a submarine to the rest of GXR. The bing, 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 the boing, boing, boing. He gave all that information, and GXR capitalized in the pistol.
And Galaxy Racer proving so much how they prepared for a map like this. Their aggression is their best tool in many of these situations. Their lethality with the mechanics just keep them afloat in these dire situations. And it has been their bread and butter on a map like this. Boom, in the meantime, We saw some good coverage a while ago in the previous map, but this time they are lagging behind on the refrag department. And with GXR just so hasty in the movement, so quick on the trigger fingers, you have no time to react. But Carl, though, he got spotted out there, and Blaze, he will get to. Seems like some leadership is needed here by Boom, and Blaze is trying to take that battle up yet again. Now then, it is going to be 5v3. GXR, though, it's going to be a bit risky here, Mr. Asteroid, because there are rifle buys on Galaxy Racer, and if Boom Esports can take that away from them, oh, it's going to be so perilous to the GXR economy. Can Johan stand up against many members here of Boom? He gets one, he gets two, he gets three, and it seems like that's going to be good enough for him as he dies and had the flipster there, and it's now 2v1. All up to Ching now, as it's going to be Boom looking to play on A site.
There's a lot of pressure of Ching to try to get these clutch scenarios. He has yet to get even one, I believe, when they had that Haven match from that previous game. Maybe Ching can try to do something now. He's going to try to, or not try, but creep his way slowly onto screens here. The double stack, the crossfire, it's going to be deadly. It's all up to him to perform up. And he rise to the task, rise to the occasion, but he got just brought down hard by Asterisk. That all stemmed from just the stack flash outside of B male. Look at this nice little spray down by Johan. He was 3 HP and 4 bullets in, and he could have done some damage. But again, the big problem there was they botched it. The 3-man stack on mid, they just botched it.
Yeah, they tried, man. Like, GXR tried, but that fatal mistake at the start, and now giving up the guns basically to Boom. Luckily for GXR, only one remaining member there for Boom at the very end of that. But still, it's Boom now with the advantage with the rifles. Galaxy Racer will have to pull a rabbit out of this hat. Can they make another magic track happen on splits? We do have these pistols though on the defending side and trying to hold the close angles, but for Boom Esports, they find one opening, they should just take it, because this is the perfect time right now to just stomp GXR in a single round.
Is the best time for them to make that a possibility. There is some corralling by GXR on mid somewhere. The smokes have been propped up here by Eeyore and the rest of the BME squad, but I think they made a lot of noise. And they're betting. They're hoping that nobody has played on that B site. But smartly enough, Ching is still there. He's popped the smoke himself. I think it's going to be a one-way. So if they do try to explode onto the site, he can still make some damage. But the movement from not Archangel rather, but Galaxy Racer, they've all but gone for the A side once more. Again, they want to stack this because they only have the pistols. But this B side, nobody is here. Knock, knock. Nobody's home.
Well, might as well come in. I guess your house is mine now. Spike Splash. Thank you. Thank you for the free house. Or in this case, thank you for the free sites. It's moving day for Boom Esports. They called in the trucks and they put all their stuff already on that B site to call home. GXR though, can't really blame them, go for the 5-stack, but now they're gonna have to fight on back. A few pickoffs can help them out immensely, as Boom Esports should get this round unless everything just completely catastrophically falls apart. Ching though with the ding flips, and they're gonna go on down. Time is ticking. GXR need to go to grow on it. Ching right now with another one. Blaze on the meantime with 2 so far. And Ching, he's getting the pickoffs, but still those guns for Boom Esports. Emma though keeping an eye out. There we go with ER and NC Slasher getting the takedowns. And in the end, Blaze will get caught in the blast ranges, giving the gun to Carl. And after everything is said and done, that was actually a proper round from GXR. They lose the round, but they have rounds to give anyway, and they just hurt the economy of Boom Esports instead.
They took out their card. They withdrew some cash. What happened was it got eaten up hard there by the machine, and BME, it seems like their investment all but not. Still, the good thing about that though is because they won a thrifty round buy and they bought into a gun round after, they can actually still technically have a second gun round after that one as well if they do ever lose. And you can see that is the case. They have full shields as well as proper rifles, except for maybe Slasher, who only has that Spectre, but still nonetheless workable.
Yeah, just the efforts of GXR prevent the snowball, but they're not out of the woods as of yet. They need to be careful. They still need to get around here to remove Boom Esports and their momentum. On the flip side, for Boom, they can still fight and they can still win. Paint shells now getting lobbed onto each side. Them and having to back on away. GXR, though, respecting the utility of Boom Esports, but at the same time, they're still ready there to fight as close as possible. Look at that there, Mr. Asteroid. GXR even taking control of the garage. If they can stop that spike from getting any close to the B site, it's going to be helpful. And there you go, Ching stepping up when he is needed the most, getting the takedown off the Asterisk and NC Slasher. Delivery denied. Emma going for the kill on the ER as well. Flip to the right now, trying to go for the invasion.
Ching.
It seems like Boom Esports will get it back as Ching turns it around. Emma, though, you need turn around. Oh, Blaze going for the 180 versus Georgie, but cannot hit its mark. It's 2v2 right now. Both sides taking opportunities and moving and leaving with some of them as well. Georgie though with 2 so far. GXR right now with a dash on in. It's 1v1 time. Showstopper is here. And Flipshooter. Can he race against the clock? No, he cannot. It's GXR with that round victory. They stopped the push. They stopped the plant early on. And they will be able to stop this Boom Esports momentum with a round win. What a victory though for GXR as both sides taking and leaving opportunities on the table.
Dude, Boom, they already got the site and they're still lurking into that. Blaze, if he had just a better shot at the second target, which is Georgie, they could have definitely gotten the round, but he left the heaviest hitter of GXR alive. And look at the catastrophe, the carnage that Georgie leaves in his wake, hitting 3 shots with just pure accuracy. And the first thing again is that I want to point out, Boom never stops lurking, and this catches GXR more times than not, but thankfully enough, again, they do have the cracked clutcherists in the form of Georgie to help them at least get a better percentage transition to go into this later stage of that round. Good job, George.
Yep. Yeah, name Georgie, occupation, clutcherist. That's his ID. That's his statement. And the Baraka Jet, of course, proving to us that life's a beach and he is quite a shot. Flipshooter though, oh, he's waiting and he showed his legs. He showed his legs, and Georgie, he was on the hunt to go for the takedown, but the paint shot will force the disengage. Now Georgie hunts down the next target versus Asterisk as Johan did fall early on into the round. Vandal though gonna get picked on up from GXR, just making the lines blurred here, Asteroid. It's Boom Esports on the attacking side, but GXR trying to take a few angles here and there. Ching yet again inside the garage with the judge this time. Emma though peeking into too many people! And he was a hero, but he will get turned into a 0 there. Carl though zeroing on in versus Flipshooter. Here comes Ching with the paranoia. Oh, knife out at the wrong time. NC Slasher with a takedown as Carl and Georgie get the kills. But the Trailblazer will be sicked on to NC Slasher. Time to go to A site. Never mind, go back to B, I guess. Still Spike is in hand and GXR. Oh, they fell for the bluff, but now they will know where Boom is. Wow, I'm just so surprised that GXR hastily ran for that A side after one of the few examples a while ago.
To be fair, it's a 2 versus 1, so whether they get faked or not by it, they still need to stick together because they don't want to isolate the fight and Slasher. He tries to go and sneak and creep his way onto the smoke, but it's not going to happen. Georgie too quick on the case. And I said Shang, but it was actually, I squealed Emma. I should have squealed Emma's name there. He was vibing, but there's just too many targets, and it wasn't a judge that was in his hands. He was only the Spectre. Not as effective as you'd think in just charging out into smoke with your satchel to catch off your opponents. Not as effective.
Yeah, Hero Blades, sometimes it can work, sometimes it falls flat on his face, and that was the latter. That was just, that's 4 people with 3 of them shooting at me. That's not good. And yeah, GXR still able to make it happen anyway. Ching with a beautiful paranoia, but not the best knife out situation. NC Slasher, of course, giving it the good old college try, but Georgie right now will be schooling Flipshooter and Blaze there. Is this gonna be the coup de grace? Is this gonna be the dart to the heart? Is this gonna be the operator to just basically be surgical versus Boom Esports? Because Galaxy Racer are looking for that map win. Can they do it here? Now Ching with that takedown, and that is that. GXR and their aggression. They are making a
Waduh. terbang lagi satu sama. Belum. Kan bawah lagi, minus lagi 12 sekarang. Gimana sih? Bum. Masalahnya kalahnya dia tuh kebantai. Udahlah, dukung Oni. Aku siapapun yang lolos ini pokoknya dukung. Fuck. Badut. Banyak yang bilang langsung badut. Sama. Badut. Dasar badut. Ada slicernya lagi sakit. Ada orang. Udahlah, keluar ganti akun. Gak ada orang. Main 2 kali atau berapa kali lah. Setelah aku mau istirahat bentar. Capek, cok. Aku yang gregetan. Itulah untuk boom. Nanti banget. Aku melihat game. Aku lagi ini ada apa beli item dari Terima.
Match found. I'm on a higher plane, Charlie. Literally. Jit, you're very, very talented. Aim for the neck. Easy kill. Heading to the above. About there. Right there. That'll work. On my mark, blocking vision. Reloading.
B.
Enemy spotted me. Here. Adios. Enemy spotted me. Enemy spotted me.
Reloading. Reloading. Healing you. Many enemies. Reloading.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
And the enemy was punished.
Kaget saya bangke. Kok tiba-tiba?
Nice! Killed it! And them. We definitely killed them. I'm going above. That should work. That'll work. Right there. Blocking vision.
Spotted B.
Blocking sight. Blasting them.
Enemy killed. Over here.
Aquawepa.
One enemy remaining. Spike down mid.
Spike is here.
Just hold.
30 seconds left. Last player standing.
Back. Nice.
The symphony of death.
Someone get
You
this.
get used to it.
You want vendor skins?
What?
Need a drop. Need a drop.
Buy me, I give you.
Let's go. Obscuring vision. Pulling them in.
30 seconds left. Spike planted.
Concussing.
Last player standing.
Wah, anjing. Sorry, my bad.
Now I know how annoying my healing can be. Need a drop. Thanks. Reload. Let's see now. That'll work. That'll work. Concealment!
Enemy spotted me. Enemy spotted mid.
Spike down mid.
Wah, anjing.
One enemy remaining. Thirty seconds left. Last player standing. Spike planted.
Nice.
Oh, was that important? Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it. Going astral, guys. That should work.
Hmm?
About there.
Let's fly.
Up I go.
Going A, going A. Going A, going A. Going A.
Without a star, I cannot.
Okay.
Blasting him.
Spike planted.
Watch this. Kick them out.
Eliminate.
Go. Gosh.
One enemy remaining.
Healing you.
Nice.
This is why we
Oh,
are.
terus duduk aja.
This is your glory.
Ter.
Checking the situation. Get out of my way! Concealment!
There they are. Enemy spot.
Enemy spotted A.
Enemy spotted A. Pathetic.
Darkest girl goes bye-bye!
One enemy remaining. 30 seconds left.
Oh, nice.
No wahala. I am the trouble. Let's get these idiots.
Let's just this idiot. Ah, fucking damn. Shit, fuck. Oh yeah. Oh,
I'm going
yeah.
That'll work. Right there.
Fuck.
For you.
And you.
Nowhere
Obscuring
to
vision.
run!
Knocking them.
Kamu gak denger step. Satu udah masuk.
Right there. Good attempt. Your duty is not over. Cool. Reloading.
30 seconds left.
Reloading.
Oh fuck. Right.
Enemy down.
Market, one market. Udah masuk.
Last player
Oh, di
standing.
belakang dong, bangke.
Spike planted.
Nice try.
Stay taut as a bowstring. The fight demands it.
Need a drop. Thanks. Up I go. That'll work. Woo! Let's start.
Wait, don't rotate.
Concealment. Enemy spotted mid. Blocking sight.
I am the hunter. Enemy spotted mid.
Nice.
You will not kill my ally.
One guarded. Nice. Maybe going A.
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Nice.
Nice one.
Take a breath now. Release the tension. Good? Let's go.
Yang bisa beliin nggak?
Need a drop.
Oh, beli OP dong.
Medasi. Thanks.
Thank you.
Let's see now. About there.
Ada lagi males ah.
Reloading.
Obatnya kok kayak gini dong.
Welcome to my world.
Udah masuk.
Spike planted.
Well divided. Enemy spotted. Reloading.
Last player
Anjing
standing.
di sana. Oh. Samping. Okay, let's try.
One enemy remaining.
My quiver is never full.
Reloading.
Need a drop. Thanks. Forward.
Going astral, guys.
Enemy spotted. Mid. Enemy spotted mid.
Take flight.
Obscuring vision.
Watch this. Enemy spotted mid. Ugh.
Revealing area. Found them.
Enemy spotted mid.
30 seconds left.
Last A.
Spike down A. One enemy remaining.
Healing you. Your tactics failed.
Reloading.
This place is nice, but not nice enough to die in. Let's win and get out of here.
Need a drop. Thank you. Reloading.
Heading to the above. That should work. That'll work.
Together.
Revealing area.
Enemy spotted B.
Get out of my way.
Here. spotted B. Many enemies B.
Nowhere to run!
Enemy spotted B.
Spike down B.
Enemy spotted. Silence.
One enemy remaining.
Fire in the hole!
Last player standing.
Knocking them!
30 seconds left. Last round before the switch.
Save nothing.
Reloading.
Enemy spotted B.
Got it concussing him! Without a star, I cannot. I need a concealment!
Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted mid.
30 seconds left. Spike planted. Last player standing.
Anjing! Masa aku ganti? Guys,
Healer
dapat
down.
itu. Gantus kan?
Switching sides.
I'm the last thing they'll see before they die. Lucky them. Reloading. Reloading.
Checking the situation. About there.
Scanning ahead.
Reloading. Enemy spotted B. Enemy spotted mid.
Enemy spotted mid.
Here.
Reloading.
Wah, anjing! Ah, sial. Di spray nggak bisa, bangsat. Spray nggak bisa.
Reloading. Reloading.
Last player standing.
Apa nyongkok?
30 seconds left.
Okay, let's try.
Enemies close. Eyes up.
Reloading. Embarrassing.
For you.
Enemy spotted A. Blasting him!
You fought well.
Go, go, A. To mid.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Awalnya kelihatannya gede. Oh, jetnya. Nice.
I know what must be done.
No prisoners.
Enemy spotted. B.
Reloading.
Spike down A.
Pulling them in!
Cutting their vision.
Concealment! I have the spike. Here.
Reloading.
Reloading.
Thirty seconds left.
Grounded.
Last player standing. Spike down B.
Makan anjing. Udah tahu temennya masuk ke B, dia ke A, tolong. Dapat sedapnya.
Let them try to get through me. Up I go! That'll work.
Blocking vision.
Scanning ahead.
Obscuring vision. Right there.
Enemy spotted mid.
Cutting their vision. Reloading.
Nowhere to run!
Spike down B. Last player standing. Spike down B. Flawless.
You can tell a person's character by their first action. Check me then, eh?
Spike down B. Last player standing.
Their lives are meaningless. Might as well give them to me.
We go!
Let's see now. Concealment! Blocking vision! Reloading. Enemy spotted mid. Still in sight.
Enemy spotted mid.
Plant
Get
the
out of
spike.
my way!
Well divided!
Great. You disappoint me.
Right there. Right there.
Enemy spotted A. Enemy spotted A. Reloading.
Last player standing.
Astaga. Dapat. Nice.
I hate to say it, but probably best to play as a team. So,
What's the plan?
reloading. 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 Reloading.
Right there.
Revealing area.
Stealing sight.
Enemy defender spawn.
Blocking vision. Got to target a start. Concealment.
Enemy defender spawn.
What the fuck?
Last player standing.
Nice! Jatuh ya ke sana.
Stand tall. We are Valorant. We are fighters.
Need a drop.
Apa nih the drop, nih the drop. Bodoh anjing.
Keep up.
Going astral, guys.
Reloading.
Barrier created.
Obscuring
There they
vision.
are. I am the hunter.
Concealment.
Sage? Why you don't revive?
Right there.
I have no gun.
Okay, okay.
Your
No,
duty
no,
is
Saga.
not over.
Enemy spotted mid.
Rest.
Our spikes down.
Spike down A. Last player standing. Thirty seconds left.
I have the spike.
Ten seconds left.
You will not kill my allies.
Spike planted.
Anjing di belakang.
If you're not a good shot today, don't worry. There are other ways to be useful.
Push forward, Charlie.
Scanning ahead.
Our spikes down.
Found them.
Spike down A.
I got the spike. Many enemies here. Fine.
Last player standing.
Bangsat. Jetnya nggak ngotak bangke.
Wind, show me where to go.
the above. That should work. Rise and bring glory.
Neutralized.
Reloading. Obscuring vision. Blocking vision.
Revealing area.
Don't be.
Concealment. Blocking sight.
Find death.
Nice.
Enemy spotted. Mid. Many enemies mid.
Eh,
30 seconds left.
Kenapa nggak dia yang mau spike bangsat?
Our spy carrier is killed.
Astaga.
Spike down B.
Enemy spotted B.
One enemy remaining.
Down. I got the spike.
Ten seconds left.
Spike planted.
Oh, yeah.
Last player standing.
Cutting their vision.
Nice.
Even with numbers, anything can still happen.
Need a
Remember
drop.
that.
Siapa lagi nih? Halo, welcome stream Hang. Yang nonton, yang baru join bisa di subscribe dulu dan di like ya live ya. Bentarlah. Bangki. Bye bye, have a good time.
Die.
Enemy spotted A.
Pulling them in.
You're done.
Nice. Ketarik dia.
Cutting their vision. Enemy spotted mid. Enemy spotted A.
Watch this.
Still in sight.
Finished.
What the hell?
Reloading.
Granat 108.
One enemy remaining.
Light planted.
Last 7.
Nice.
Nice, dua Odin.
Match point.
A single battle between us and victory.
Odin ako.
Maybe Odin.
Need a drop. This is gonna be fun.
I need a stop.
Enemy spotted. Mid.
Pulling them in.
They will cower.
Here, reloading.
Obscuring vision.
One enemy remaining.
They were not good enough.
Attackers win.
Well divided.
Ya, memutih lagi. Udah. Oh, belum. Baiklah. Tiknya lagi ya. Wih, nge-lag. Nge-lag parah. Habis buka Valo. Malam kali ya? Enggak besok ya. Sok siang tai. Nanti malam apa? Oh ini GBT. Ini yang terakhir ya? Hari ini ya yang terakhir. Boom. Oke, sampai di sini dulu ya. See you next live. Bye bye. 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 Boom. Bye. Saya tolong matikan. Thank you. Bye.